What's up guys? So I've been meaning to make a short Rocket League tutorial slash drills type of video series for beginners, but I wasn't too sure how to start the series because there's just a lot to cover with this game. It's quite difficult, but I guess very first thing is of course go to options. Go for some type of setting that's roughly this. Turn off camera shake, of course. Nameplate scale, you can up this. It'll just help you locate players on the field easier. So most people would probably tell you to put your power slide onto your L1 or LB for those on Xbox. Power slide and arrow. I think that's almost universal at this point. Like everyone just does that for their control. But something I want to address is your boost button. So this is something I've considered switching before, but I kind of don't want to now, simply because I've played the game for a while and my muscle memory has boost built into the circle button on PlayStation. So the first control scheme I want to talk about is the default buttons for your jump and boost button. By default, they're on X and circle for PlayStation. And the way that they're positioned, for a certain technique that you'll need to do in the future, you need to hold boost while double tapping your jump button. And usually to do this with the default controls, you would have to do a fat finger configuration, which is you just press and hold boost with your thumb and the edge of your thumb would do the double tapping of the jump button. Some people will find this uncomfortable, but some people are used to this and are able to perform the technique. Hold down throttle, hold down boost, and then try to double jump during this. If you can do this smoothly, it'll just look like a double jump as you're boosting. If you're comfortable with this, then you can keep the controls the way it is, default. But if you want to try something else, you can put boost onto your right shoulder button, which is your R1 or RB. And this allows you to boost with your index finger while having your thumb to press the jump button by itself. No need to do like a fat finger configuration. So try those two control schemes out and see what you like better, what feels more comfortable. And I would suggest deciding as soon as possible, because relearning muscle memory is not fun and you would want to just choose a scheme that works well for you. So just try to figure out something that feels comfortable and stick to it for now. So after you change your controls and camera settings, head on over to your tutorial. There's two versions, basic and advanced. Make sure to complete them. So quick disclaimer, these drills are just going to be for people that are starting out the game, completely new. They have no idea what they're doing, and maybe you don't really want to go into an online game yet because like social anxiety or something. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the drills. So the very first drill is headbang the crossbar. What I like to do is just reset shot and then turn around and you'll look at your own goal line. What you want to do is just start roughly at I think this Champions Field. Yeah, we could use these circles, why not? Just start at the solid line circle, the one after the dotted line, and just start an aerial and try to front flip into the crossbar, just somewhere on the crossbar. You could try to aim for corners. Try to hit both corners. You'll need like roughly 30 boosts to do this. It's like just like that. Just try to be able to do that first. So they briefly taught you how to aerial in the tutorial, but maybe it wasn't too thorough. But in general, to do this type of aerial, this particular one where I used to headbang against the crossbar, what you want to do is jump and then tilt your car back. Once you tilt your car back, you can start boosting, and your boost comes out of like the back of your car, right? Comes out of your butt. So when you tilt your car back, boost will come out of your butt, and then you're going to be propelled upwards from the boost. So what you want to do is you always reset shot to get back roughly 30 boosts, turn around to like jump, tilt back, boost, and then you want to front flip at the end. Just work on, for these type of techniques, just work on it in like small steps. So very first thing is the jumping part, right? Jump, Also, if you press and hold jump, you go higher. They did tell you that in the tutorial. So just try jumping and tilting back first. This should be fairly easy. What's going to be hard is finding the angle. That's always going to be hard for beginners. I always remember it was tough to do that. You start the line, jump, and once you can master this, you go to the next step, which is just holding down boost. So don't worry too much about the angle that you start at for now, but just jump, tilt back, boost, and this is where the aiming comes in. You can, if you start the line with 0 momentum, there's also another thing you're gonna have to get used to. So let's just start at the line, 0 momentum, give yourself unlimited boost for now, and then try to aim for that crossbar. So just jump, tilt back, and boost. Another thing you can do in the air is tap on the boost. You don't always have to be pressing and holding, though you might want to just start with that for now. So just jump, aim at one of the crossbars, hold boost all the way. Now once you can master that, do the same thing, but at the front flip at the end. Now here's the tricky part, because this flip that you do in the air, you only have 1.5 seconds to use the flip after you've jumped off the ground. So what that means is, if I jump, boost into the air, and I take too long, let's say 1, 2, it's past 2 seconds now, right? I'm mashing the button, I'm mashing it, can you hear? There's no flip that will come out in the air, simply because the 1.5 timer is gone. If you do it within the right time, that 1.5 seconds, you can still flip and you can headbang your head against the crossbar. So that's the goal of this drill, to first get familiar with the motion of a regular aerial, which is just jumping, tilting back, and boosting, and then getting familiar with how long you have until your flip is gone. So of course, if you start at a standstill, right, you'll realize that you're not getting anywhere and you have no momentum. And then if you want to hit the crossbar, you would have to flip even sooner. Now the reason for that is, if you start at standstill, like I said, you have 0 momentum. So next step would be to just hold down your throttle and then approach the circle, right? Just get a little more infield, drive, and then approach the circle, and then front flip in the crossbar. You'll see that you'll have a lot more momentum and a lot more time to use that front flip too. I missed it there, but yeah, just try to do this for now. Front flip into the corners of the goalposts. Now when you're done with that drill, you feel a little more comfortable with aerials, or maybe you haven't really mastered that yet either. That is fine, because the next drill is also a form of aerialing, so technically these two drills will build upon each other. This is going to be drill number 2, which is ceiling touches. So what you want to do is reset shot, and then grab 2 of these small boost pads. Each of them will give you 12 boosts, so starting off you have 33, grab 2, you have 57 now. So once you get 2 of them, what you want to do is jump straight up, jump, tilt your car back, and then you're gonna boost to the ceiling. So there's a trick to this though. I'll show you first how it looks like. This is a double jump to the ceiling. You'll see that I get to land on the ceiling too. Like, I can tilt my car afterwards and whatnot. So the trick to this aerial is a double jump aerial, meaning you actually use your double jump like that to propel yourself higher and you get to the ceiling faster. Now what I taught you so far, the single jump aerial, to bang the crossbar, right? If you use that to try to touch the ceiling, grab 2 pads, 57 boosts, let's fly up there and see what happens. Just barely. You're scraping. Well, you're scraping the air molecules up there. My tilt is pretty good. It's basically all the way straight, but I can't reach it. And the reason is I didn't use my double jump in this aerial. See, I can't touch it. Now once I grab 2 boosts, and I do use the double jump aerial, smack, I can hit the ceiling, no problem. So to do this, if you've mastered the headbang aerial, what you need to do is don't use the jump for a flip in the air, of course, because that is your second jump in a sense, and you're using it as a flip. So you wouldn't be doing that. What you need to do is same procedure, jump, tilt back, boost. Somewhere along the process of you boosting, you want to hit your jump button again. Jump, tilt back, boost, and jump again at some point. To know if you're doing this correctly, there is an audio cue. And there is also a visual cue, which is that puff of smoke.
Smoke.
The smoother you do it and the faster you do it, the more momentum you get in the beginning and the faster your aerials will be, which is what you want for the game. You want to be fast. Fast into the sky. A common mistake people make when they first learn this technique is that while they're trying to tilt their car back and input the jump again, they tend to accidentally backflip instead of a double jump. So the difference from the double jump and a flip is a double jump, you need to have no directional input on your stick. So you'll do something like this, a double jump. And then for flips, you would just have to be holding a certain direction. Forwards, diagonal, sideways, backwards, diagonally. So for all of these aerials, I'll just be holding down on my control stick to pitch up, and then I will let go immediately when I'm doing my double jump input. And then after that, you can choose to adjust your pitch again. It's like maybe your initial pitch was a little too high up and you have to fix it by going back down. But just the initial input in the beginning for the double jump aerial is the most important, because that's where all your lift comes from, all the propelling power. So it's crucial that you don't backflip. If you want to test how efficient you can be with this, grab 2 boost pads and use your boost until you're at 47. So when you're at 47 boosts, do your double jump aerial, and I messed up there. Okay, do your double jump aerial, and if you're perfect, near perfect, you can smack the ceiling like that. You saw a spark. Now, if you want to see what happens if you only get 1 pad, I think I've tried this multiple times. Full efficiency, full boosting upwards. I messed up. I don't think it's possible with just 1 pad. But that extra 2 boosts is enough to propel you to scrape the ceiling. So if you want to test your efficiency on this, get yourself to 47 boosts and then try again. I missed. Yeah, it's not the easiest maneuver. Yeah, there we go. So if your aerial is perfect, you should be able to touch it with 47 boosts. Yep, there it is again. Getting the hang of this again. Don't know why I'm messing up earlier, but that is scraped. The gist of this drill, really simple drill, kind of fun too. It's kind of like, can you touch the ceiling with 47 boosts? And of course, you want to just be lenient with the technique. 2 pads should be adequate to land or tap the ceiling. Once you're able to do the ceiling touch with your double jump aerial, you can also bring the double jump aerial back to the first drill and go back to headbang the crossbar. Headbang the corners of the crossbar with a double jump while starting anywhere on the field. And when you get sick of this drill, you can go on to your training packs and actually try out some of these aerials. Keep in mind that both aerials will have their uses and some will be better in certain situations. For shots low to the ground or below the crossbar height, you can probably just use your single jump aerial because you're allowed to use your flip, which generates a lot of power if you do at the last second. But for balls that are going to be higher up, you almost always want to use a double jump aerial. Double jump aerials will also be crucial for beating your opponent to the ball. If there's a ball that flies in the air, you don't want to use your single jump aerial to try to challenge that. Simply because if your opponent is double jump aerialing and you're using a single jump, like you've seen before with the ceiling touch, he's gonna get to the ball way faster than you are. He just has a lot more propelling power with the double jump aerial. But if your opponents are a bit further away and the ball is roughly crossbar height and you want to hit it with power, the single jump aerial can still be very good. So just keep these two aerials in the back of your mind whenever you're playing the game. I know it almost seems weird to be starting off with aerials, and it's going to be really uncomfortable to begin with, but this is going to be one of the core mechanics of the game. This is going to be a skill that you can always get better at, and the sooner you get your feet wet, the better it'll be for just practicing more different types of aerials in the future. It's going to be hard to learn at first, but don't be discouraged because everyone was bad at one point in time. And if you're feeling frustrated, just take a break. It's not something that you can learn in one day. The more often you practice, the better you'll be versus a long session. That's gonna be it for this video. I'll be coming out with more of these type of beginner drill tutorial videos in the future, and we'll be focusing on other techniques that will be useful as you learn the game too. So stick around, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.